Our movie starts in the dead of night with a guy named Mac, who's all messed up, sprinting through the city in the dead of night. He's trying to get away from the cops, but he ends up in a dead-end alley and just starts laughing. Like he knows he's screwed and there's no way out. Suddenly, his blood that's been spilling on the ground starts floating in the air, and a mysterious figure in a hoodie shows up. The stranger makes him a deal, saying he'll keep him alive if Mac gives him his complete loyalty. Mac's got no other option, so he says yes. The hooded guy uses some kind of power to lift him up. By the time the police get to the alley, all they find is blood on the wall. Right after that, the streets are in total panic. People are dying all over the place, attacked by these monster-like creatures. The hooded stranger stands there, totally calm, just watching the whole thing unfold. Giant fireballs are turning everything to ash. It's then revealed that all of this was a vision seen by a monk named Chan. He immediately packs his stuff and tells his master that his father, known as Necromancer, has returned to Earth and that he has to go stop him. Meanwhile, we meet a guy named Jake, who's on vacation with his family in Bangkok, but his office won't stop calling him. His wife, Prank, gets on his case about it, reminding him to actually pay attention to their family. Jake promises he will, but when he turns around, his daughter Lou has disappeared. They go running all over the city looking for her like crazy. They finally find Lou talking to Chan on a bridge. They're upset with her for running off alone, but they thank Chan. But Chan already knows Jake's name and face. He tells Jake that their meeting was fated, explaining that Jake was born during a time of death, when the moon was blood red. He calls Jake the keeper of the gates and warns him that he's about to face huge problems and could lose everything. Jake thinks the guy is nuts and leaves with his family. A little later at the mall, Lou gets ice cream on her shirt, so Prank takes her to the bathroom to clean up. At the exact same time, Mac walks in. He bumps into a guy, hands him a lollipop, and then pulls out a gun and shoots him. People start freaking out and running for it. Mac is just blasting away, killing a bunch of shoppers and employees. The crowd is rushing toward the exit, but Jake is pushing his way through to get to his family. He tells them to stay hidden in the bathroom while he goes to help people. Officer Eric gets inside the mall too. Jake is moving carefully, staying hidden and telling people to take cover. When Mac gets tangled up with a bloody doll, Jake steps out, pulls his gun, and tells him to drop his weapon. Mac acts completely unfazed, like he's indestructible. He uses the doll to talk to Jake in a creepy little kid's voice. Jake warns him he'll kill him if he doesn't give up, but Mac just starts firing, forcing Jake to hide again. A girl nearby is trying to call for help, but Mac sees her and shoots her too. Outside, a huge team of police and firefighters has the mall surrounded. Jake starts yelling at Mac, calling him crazy to get his attention and distract him. When he sees his chance, he shoots him. Mac falls to his knees. Eric comes up behind him, but Mac still seems fine, like the bullet did nothing. He thanks Jake for killing him, explaining that his work is done and that the Keeper has returned. All of a sudden, the whole building shakes. The smoke from the roof forms a roaring skull, and fire starts spreading all over the city. Prank pulls Lou out of the bathroom, and they run out. But in front of them, a fire truck has crashed, and people are attacking each other. A firefighter is even stabbing a man with a knife. With no other way out, Prank and Lou go back into the mall. They move carefully, staying hidden. They see one man smashing someone's head on a counter, and a dead body at the front desk. A crazed man suddenly jumps out and attacks them. Prank hits him with a mannequin and then smashes his head with a plastic hand. They run for the escalators, but more crazy people are chasing them. Prank puts Lou on the side of the escalator and slides her down, while she goes down the stairs using a mannequin arm to fight the attackers. Lou makes it to the bottom, but a man grabs her. Panicked, Prank immediately takes down one attacker and then another to save her daughter. They both run, going from one door to another until they reach a bus. As soon as the driver gets out, and a fight breaks out. Prank tries to get away with her daughter, but everywhere she looks, there's violence, weapons, fire, and car crashes. After running for a while, they hide in a grocery store. Prank's phone is dead, so she sneaks to the store's phone, carefully moving past a dead body on the counter. But that phone's dead too. Then a creepy guy walks into the store. He throws some stuff on the floor and starts checking the dead body. He looks around, trying to find anyone else. Lou is trying to stay hidden, but when a dead body slams into the window outside, she gasps out of fear. The stranger spots her. On the other side, Jake and Eric come to.
I don't know how we survived that blast.
They see there are no dead bodies around. Jake sees a man standing close by, but he's gone in the blink of an eye. Eric finds some really old bloodstains, and when they hear some noises, they go to check it out. They see a woman with a knife. She turns around with a horrifying face and stabs Eric, killing him. Jake shoots at her, but the bullets do nothing. She attacks him, and they start fighting. Jake manages to slam her head against the ground and knocks her out. Jake runs and hides, but she finds him right away. Her arms and legs stretch out, and she starts walking on the ceiling. She finds him, grabs him, and tries to stab him. Jake shoves her off hard and runs to a bathroom, but his family isn't there. As he keeps searching the mall, he sees that all the food is rotted. The woman attacks again. Jake tries to hit her with a chair, but she blocks his way. So he grabs some hanging wires, ties her up, and smashes a decorative object over her head, but it does nothing. He leaves her there and runs. Frank and Lou get out of the store and reach the bus station, where people are still attacking each other. They try to get out by hiding. A man blocks their way, so they crawl under a bus. Lou sees a car with normal-looking people who are calling for them. She waits for the right moment and runs to the car. The driver says the bus can run, but the key fell outside, and no one is brave enough to get it. Frank immediately runs to get the key. Lou tries to grab her mother's hand and cries, but her hand slips. Then a passenger gets out and fights the two men to save Frank. Frank gets back to her daughter and gives the key to the driver. The bus starts moving, but the passenger who saved her is killed by the crazed people. The bus can't go far because the road is blocked with abandoned cars. So Frank and Lou start walking again. They finally get to their hotel, but there are dead bodies everywhere. When they go upstairs, they see a man fighting a woman, and he starts coming toward them. Frank uses a luggage trolley as a shield and shoves him down. At the end of the hall, they see another guy. Frank grabs a bottle and smashes it over his head. They finally get to their room and feel safe. When they look out the window, the whole city is on fire. Frank tries the room phone, but it's not working. In the mall, Jake is walking alone. He sees that all the screens are messed up. He spots the woman he tied up. She's still alive and looking for him. She goes to a portal that looks like a storm of blood and goes through it. Jake decides to follow her. The strange portal drops him at the bus station, which is completely empty.
What the hell?
He looks up and sees a huge demon on top of a building. The creature starts chasing him, and it's so strong that the buses it steps on break apart. Jake runs through the city with all his strength, and the demon tears down buildings behind him. He tries to hide in a car, but the buildings are collapsing, so he can't go back. Suddenly, a door opens, and Chan pulls Jake into his temple. Chan explains that Jake is in another world called Hindrance, a place between heaven and hell for lost souls. Chan tells Jake that he's the gatekeeper, and that when he killed Mac, a special ritual was completed. He explains that his father, Necromancer, is behind all of this, that he gave Mac his powers, and that by the gatekeeper, Jake, eliminating a soul, the gates of hell were opened. Now, demons are possessing people's bodies on Earth. Chan tells him that even though Jake opened the gate, he also has the power to close it. He reminds Jake that he is the gatekeeper. Jake still doesn't believe him. That's when Chan proves his point by talking about Jake's birth, mentioning that he was born under a bloody moon and that his mother died right after he was born. Jake is completely confused and only cares about his family. Chan tells him that they have to close the gate first, and only then can he save his family and the world. But they don't have much time because the demon is getting stronger by eating souls. The first step, Chan says, is to find Mac. As they start their search, Chan tells Jake his story. His dad, Necromancer, was a greedy monk who stole secret scrolls from his master. He used black magic and lost his own body. Necromancer then tried to take over his son's body, but Chan's mother stopped him. His father's soul was banished from that world, but some of his knowledge entered Chan's mind. Now, by using the power of souls, he can travel between different worlds. Jake interrupts him when he sees a woman on a roof with a demon surrounding her. Chan tells him they don't have time to waste, but Jake runs to help her anyway. He grabs an iron rod and goes to the roof, where he sees a ton of demons. He starts taking them down one by one. He checks on the woman and realizes she was at the mall. She's crying, remembering what happened, and regretting cheating on her husband, which is why her soul is still wandering. All of a sudden, a big demon comes and starts tearing the building down. Jake grabs the woman's hand and runs, but the demon grabs her and eats her. After the demon leaves, Jake meets up with Chan again. He tells Chan that the woman didn't even know she was dead. Jake remembers the huge blast at the mall and realizes that he might be dead too, and just doesn't know it. Chan confirms this, and Jake breaks down, crying about his family. Chan tells him that he's become a lost soul, but that it's not over yet. He says Jake is special and can go back to Earth by using armor. As they cross the city, a flying monster starts chasing them. They run into a building, but there are even more monsters inside. The flying monster lands behind them. When the monsters attack, Chan uses his martial arts skills to fight them. The demons are so scared of him that they stop chasing them. Jake and Chan run up some stairs to a theater full of demons. They run as fast as they can to a spot in front of the screen. Chan opens a portal, and they're instantly back in the real world. Here, the demons can't chase them without possessing someone's body. Jake looks in a mirror and sees he's in Arek's body, which is painful for him. Chan gives him an old gun with special bullets and a special knife. Both weapons can kill Mac. Meanwhile, Mac has taken over Jake's body and gone to Prank's hotel room. Prank and Lou are really worried about Jake, but Mac doesn't know how to talk to them. He's just staring at his real form in his mind. Lou asks him a bunch of questions, so he pulls out the burned doll from the mall. All of a sudden, the room phone rings, and Mac happily answers, writing something down. By the time Chan and Jake get to the room, Mac and Jake's family are gone. All that's left is the doll and a note from Mac. Jake hears Lou screaming for help. He sees her by the pool from the window and runs outside. Prank and Lou are scared of this strange man. They don't know who is acting so familiar. Mac, using Jake's body, takes advantage of the confusion and hits Jake in Eric's body from behind, knocking him down. Mac pins Jake down and says he's going to steal his life and his family. He also tells Jake that he was a bad dad and husband because he only cared about his job, not his family. Jake starts taunting Mac to get a reaction. As soon as Mac moves, Jake gets up and they start fighting, punching and kicking each other. When Jake tries to use the special gun, Mac knocks it away and they both fall into the pool. The fight continues underwater. Jake pulls out the special knife, but just as he's about to stab Mac, Prank points the special gun at them and tells them to stop. They both claim to be the real Jake, and Prank is confused. Lou asks what hand gesture her dad always uses to make a promise. Jake, in Eric's body, makes the gesture, and Prank shoots, but she hits Jake by mistake. His soul immediately goes back to Hindrance, where a ghost bites him. In the real world, Mac, in Jake's body, takes the gun from Prank.
That's not Daddy.
A blood portal opens on the wall, and Mac tells them to follow him quickly. Back in Hindrance, Chan saves Jake's soul. He still has the note Mac left in the hotel room. It turns out Mac was in contact with Necromancer, who was telling him how to find the gates of hell. Following the instructions, they arrive at an isolated house in the forest where a huge fire marks the gates of hell. In the real world, Mac takes Prank and Lou to the same spot. There they find a masked man who is actually Necromancer. The big monster is still there too. Jake and Chan sneak to the right spot and Chan opens a new portal. Necromancer lifts Lou up with his powers and hangs her above the gate. He's about to kill her to complete his black magic ritual, but Jake shows up and stops him. A fight breaks out and another guy suddenly attacks Jake, but Jake uses his awesome fighting skills and the special knife to take everyone down. Mac joins the fight and tries to shoot Jake with the special gun, but Jake somehow dodges it and knocks his weapon away. Prank gets loose, knocks the guy down, grabs the gun from the ground, and shoots Necromancer in the arm to save Lou. The other guy suddenly attacks her and knocks her down. Prank grabs a dagger from the ground and stabs him. Jake throws his knife at the other guy coming for him. Mac also grabs a dagger and keeps stabbing at Jake. Mac's soul goes to Hindrance, where the big demon immediately swallows him. Chan distracts Necromancer so Jake can attack him from behind with the special dagger. Before he dies, Necromancer says there's only one way to close the gate. Jake has to go through it. Chan says he tried to find another way but couldn't. Jake accepts his fate and says goodbye to his family. He apologizes to them, explaining that he was always so wrapped up in his work and that he wished he could have spent more time with them. He hugs them one last time and walks into the fire gate, which takes him to hell. As soon as Jake's body goes through the gate, it burns up and the gate closes. The world goes back to normal, and Prank drops Lou off at her grandma's house. Prank is determined to get her husband back, believing there must be a way. The story ends there. If you liked the video, please like it and subscribe to the channel.